Hello, everyone. This is Jay Dobbins, your host of the Marvel DC Universe Fan Club. We are now episode 187, and I'll be doing my review on John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. So, spoiler alert, if you have not seen the third installment of John Wick, which is John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, I strongly suggest you do not listen to this episode. You've been warned. So, the movie takes place less than an hour after the conclusion of the previous film. So former hitman John Wick is now a marked man and on the run in Manhattan. After the unsanctioned killing of crime lord and new member of the High Table, Santino D'Antonio, in the New York City Continental, John is declared excommunicado by his handlers at the High Table and placed under a $14 million bounty. On the run from assassins, John reaches the New York City Public Library and recovers a crucifix necklace and a marker medallion from a secret cache. Sorry, from a secret cache in a book. He fights his way through numerous assassins, populating New York City until he reaches the director, a woman from his past, of course, who accepts the crucifix as a ticket for safe passage to Casablanca, Morocco. The director also brands Wick to signify that he used up all his favors with her. Meanwhile, the adjudicator with the High Table meets with Winston, the manager of the New York City Continental, and the Bowery King, the leader of a network of vagrant assassins. The adjudicator admonishes both for helping John Wick kill Santino D'Antonio, and both are given 7 days to give up their offices or face serious consequences. In Casablanca, John meets Sophia, a former friend and the manager of the Casablanca Continental. He presents his marker and asks Sophia to honor it by directing him to the Elder, a high-ranking member of the a high-ranking member of the High Table, so he can ask to have his bounty waived. Sophia takes him to an assassin named Barada, who tells John that he may find the Elder by wandering through the desert until he cannot walk any longer. In exchange for this information, he asks for one of Sophia's dogs. When Sophia refuses, he shoots the dog. In a bout of rage, Sophia shoots Barada, and the duo fight their way out of the Casbah and flee into the desert. Having fulfilled her marker, Sophia leaves John in the desert. He roams until he collapses from exhaustion, but is found by the Elder's men. John explains his actions, saying he is, desperate to live on to earn the memory of the love that he once had with his wife. The Elder agrees to forgive John, but only if he assassinates Winston, and continues to work for the High Table until his death. To show his commitment, he severs his ring finger and gives his wedding ring to the Elder. Meanwhile, the adjudicator recruits assassins Zero and his students to enforce the will of the High Table. With Zero's help, the adjudicator accosts the director and the Bowery King as penance both are maimed. So the Bowery King almost fatally though. So John arrives back in New York City and is pursued by Zero's men, but he escapes to the Continental and takes a sanctuary. He meets with Winston, who encourages John not to die as a killer, but as a man who who loved and was loved by his wife. So the adjudicator arrives, but Winston refuses to give up his office, and John refuses to kill Winston. As a consequence, the adjudicator uh, decon- sorry, deconsecrates the Continental, allowing killing in the building. The adjudicator then notifies Zero and his men and sends two busloads of body armor high table enforcers as their support. With the help of the hotel's corsage or corsairs, sorry. Yeah, with the help of the hotel's corsage or corsairs, whatever. Sharon, of course, who was in the previous two films. John defends the Continental from the enforcers, killing them with body-piercing shotgun shells. John is then ambushed by Zero and his students. John defeats and kills all but two of the students, of course, then kills Zero. The adjudicator negotiates a parley with Winston, who explains the rebellion as a show of strength and offers penance to the high table. John arrives, and when the adjudicator identifies him as a threat to the negotiation, Winston shoots John repeatedly, causing John to fall off the Continental's roof. The Continental returns to operation, but the adjudicator informs Winston that John's body had disappeared and that he remains a threat for both of them. So, meanwhile, a wounded John Wick is delivered to the heavily scarred Bowery King, who tells John he is angry with the High Table and will be fighting against them. He asks John if he feels the same way, and John agrees. So that's pretty much a setup for John Wick 4, which I'm looking forward to, but it's only in 2 years. So, well, but or well, 2, 3, 4, maybe I don't know. But anyway, um, the movie was a masterpiece. So far, all John Wick films were excellent, and this one definitely um gets a 100% pretty much. So 100 out of 100 pretty much. So yeah, perfect score, no plot holes, and well, yeah, John Wick did knock the Avengers Endgame out of first place opening night. So, but yeah, with um it started off with $57 million at first. Then it overtook the Avengers Inc. Well, yeah, it overtook the Avengers Endgame movie with an opening weekend gross of $92 million. Sorry, $92.2 million. But so far the movie has made um $182 million in the box office with a $75 million production budget. So they most definitely got that production budget money back. So yeah, but yeah, the movie was excellent. The writing was excellent. I like how the shooting scenes were choreographed. I liked how the fighting was choreographed. The cinematography was excellent. The lighting was excellent. The camera shots were excellent as well. I like how it was more. how can I say? I like how formal it was. I love the Continental Hotel. I love the setting. The setting was beautiful for the Continental Hotel, and of course New York City. But most definitely the Continental hotels in New York City and Morocco, Casablanca, Morocco. So yeah, uh, I love how I love how the I love how the fighting scenes were done. I mean, of course, choreographed as well, which I said earlier. But I love how everything was done and written. I love, like like Holly Berry did her thing. Even though it was just one fight scene, but that's all she needed pretty much. So that was perfect. And the dogs were well trained since she did most of the training, but with help of with the little help of dog trainers, of course. But she also wanted to fight like that. She wanted to fight exactly like John Wick. So anyone who has seen the film has definitely saw the female version of John Wick. So yeah, she was a female version. I love her part I love Halle Berry's part in the film. I love how it's I love the cliffhanger in the end. So where the where Lawrence Fishburne and Keanu Reeves will once again be teaming up in John Wick 4, like they did in the Matrix films. So, yeah. Oh, and I remember too, like when Halle Berry did her training, like judo and the gun training or gun kata, possibly gun kata. She told a reporter that that was the hardest thing she ever did, as far as training and shooting. So that was yeah, her training. I think she broke 3 ribs or something like that. I don't know. That's just a rumor. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but yeah, she did confirm that that was the hardest thing she has ever done in the since decades in the film industry. So especially at 52 as well, she gave it her all. Shoot, I was like, wow. And those dogs, they stole the movie. You know, they were. I mean, so far more than one person has been bent in the nuts by those dogs, and they were bringing people down too. I was like, wow. So those dogs were a big help for John Wick and Sophia as far as escaping the kibosh. So, and I was just like, wow, this movie is breathtaking. It definitely took my breath away. This movie gets 2 thumbs way, way up. So, but yeah, it wasn't like I said, there was no love story, so that was good. I mean, because honestly, I hate seeing most action movies. I don't like seeing love scenes or romance. Leave that for romantic films, but not a lot of kissing or anything like that. So no kissing, no romance, just shoot 'em up. I love it. I love that. That's how you make an action film. No love interest, no love scenes, no kissy or no sex scenes, none of that. So no romantic, But yeah, that's how you make a John Wick. I mean, that's how you make an action film. And so far, this is one of the best action films I've seen from Keanu Reeves. Well, the John Wick series, of course, since The Matrix. And, well, 47 Ronin as well. So, but other than that, you know, I'd say this is one of the best action films uh, of the 21st century. Oh, well, the best action film of 2019, rather. But honestly, I had to admit that the John Wick Chapter 3 was better than the Avengers Endgame, action wise. I'm not saying that it was better than the Avengers Endgame period, but action wise, it was a lot better. So there was action at the beginning, middle, and it was action throughout the film, which is perfect. And the body count was very high. It was a lot higher than um, the first film. The first film, the body count was I think 75, and I think um, with chapter two, I think the body count was, yeah, that's right, 75 for the first film, and I think the body count for the second film was probably 128, but somewhere in the 120s. And then this one, I think it was probably way over 120. But I think so. I think that, well, I think there was 300 kills, over 300 kills total throughout the entire film. I mean, throughout the entire series of the films. So, um, yeah, I'm trying to think what else. But yeah, I definitely look forward to the next film. I think that's probably going to be like the conclusion, but I don't know. I think they should just keep them coming. But I want now that the high table. Well, I'm pretty sure the high table is gonna know he's alive. So yeah, I look forward to that day when he pays the high table a visit in the middle of the night. That'll be cool, especially in the middle of the night. But yeah. So I'm pretty sure the high table now like, oh man, we can't kill this guy. We're gonna have a huge problem. Since we failed to kill him, he's like, oh, he took out all of our men. I mean, that's just the first wave. I don't know, but what else is gonna happen? But uh, we'll see. Because I'm looking forward to the fourth film. So John Wick, John Wick, John Wick. But yeah, trying to think what else. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So uh, yeah, that's it. Okay, but yeah, that concludes the review, of course. Or well, critique too, rather. But yeah, feel free to visit us, like us on Facebook. We're available on iTunes, Google Play Music app, Spotify, and of course YouTube.